Grievance procedures. So in this session we'll be finding answers to the following questions. What is a grievance? What is a grievance procedure? And what if I have a grievance with my line manager? So first of all, what is a grievance? Well, if you're a worker and you've tried solving a problem or concern informally by talking to your manager, but you're not satisfied, you can make a formal grievance complaint in writing. Or perhaps you're not satisfied with the solution offered or feel you are being mistreated or unfairly treated. Your employer should have a written grievance procedure that tells you what to do and what happens at each stage of the process. After raising the grievance, you'll have a meeting to discuss the issue. You can appeal if you don't agree with your employer's treatment. So how do you report a grievance? Well, there is a code of practice as laid out by the Advisory, Reconciliation and Arbitration Service, otherwise known as ACAS. Your employer should put the grievance procedure in writing and share it with all staff, for instance on a company intranet or on the HR manual. So what is the grievance procedure? Well, in essence, it will be in writing and include information about how to set out the details of your grievance in writing, who to send the letter to, who to write to if the normal contact person is involved in the grievance itself. We'll give you information on the meeting with your employer to discuss the issue, how to appeal your employer's decision, and how long each stage should take. All this information can be found in more detail on the government website, gov.uk, working jobs and pensions, redundancies, dismissals and disciplinaries. So let's have a look at an example of why you might have a grievance whilst on this course. So for example, it may be that your assessor gave you a different score for your work than another student for a similar effort. So first step, speak to your assessor informally. It may well be there's been a misunderstanding, a typo, or something simple that can be sorted out with a quick conversation. If however you're not satisfied, step 2, well, you need to write to your assessor within 10 days of the decision to explain your dissatisfaction or your grievance. There is a form at the back of your student guide. Go to your contents page, section 6, assessment appeals procedure, and this is what it says. Lays out stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. So additionally here it says stage 2, you will, if you're still dissatisfied, you must write an appeal to the program manager and it must be lodged within 7 days of receiving the outcome of stage 1. If you're still dissatisfied, it will be passed over to the quality nominee or the director, whichever is appropriate. The next question we have to answer is, what if you have a grievance with your line manager at work or anywhere else? Well, there may be times when you have to do that. So in this case, go to that person's line manager. If it's your assessor, then you go to your IQA, who's internal quality assurance. If it's your manager, go to their manager, for instance, and so on. There's always someone higher up the chain that's answerable.